It is exactly 4 p.m. East African time. You're just in time for the latest in the world of news here on TV 47 Newsfeed this particular afternoon to bring you up to speed on the latest within the country and beyond the borders. My name is Moige William. I do pray and hope that you stay with me in the next 30 or so minutes on this particular bulletin. Now, kicking off this afternoon bulletin is a story on parents with children with autism have been urged not to hide their children and those disabled, but instead take them for medical checkup. While launching the Kirwara Health Center in Murang'a County, Deputy President's wife, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, has called for use of ICT in creating awareness and acceptance of autism. At the same time, the national government, county governments, as well as major stakeholders have been urged to step in and help children with autism and those with disabilities. On his part, Murang'a Governor Irungu Kang'ata said the center is a major boost in revamping the health sector in the county.
Namshukuru sana. Saa zingine tunaona watu wengine wakipata watoto kama hawa wanatupwa na mabwana zao. Ndio umepata mtoto wako na shida. Kwa hivyo hataki kukusaidia juu uko na mtoto wako na mashida. Anaona utakaa hapo. So unaona kama kuna mtoto huyu huwezi hata job. So unakaa hapo unamtegemea. So anaona juu ya kumtegemea anaona tu akutupe.
Tulikuwa tunaenda therapy bali sana. Juu huku hakukuwa na facilities zote. Tukikuja huku tunaambiwa tuende Thika, na hiyo ni fare nyingi sana tulikuwa tunatumia. Tukienda huko tunakuta laini kubwa, pesa tunaitishwa, na huku tunaona hakuna kitu tutakuwa tunalipa hata senti moja. Tunashukuru Mungu kwa kutuletea hii therapy hapa.
If you have a child with autism, please do not hide that child. Bring that child to the hospital. If you have a disabled child, bring that child to our hospitals. We have now opened up one of the best physiotherapy center in Murang'a County. It is well stocked. We are going to give you the best care.
What you have done is tremendously good. But I'm thinking in this country, we must start advocacy so that the families of people with autism, they should be considered for some stipend of some sort.
Elsewhere, Kiambu County Governor Dr. Kimani Wamatangi has suffered another blow after Kiambu County Assembly successfully impeached the county executive member for finance. 56 members of County Assembly unanimously agreed to impeach the member, while 2 voted no, as Nyathuna MCA Eddie Kenyanjui opted to abstain, and 27 members missing from the chambers. However, a 5-member committee member will be formed to carry out investigations on the allegations leveled against the county executive member. The MCAs further accused the member of for forcing county staffs to enroll more insurance cover, where she has been alleged to be a proxy of Governor Wamatangi.
Who is thinking that they can tend to influence this house, that we are about to punish somebody, and we are about to punish a family, a mother and a wife of their job. I'd want to inform them that we are not ousting her on grounds that she is female. We are here on merit, and we are here presenting issues of her incompetency.
That there are machineries being bought. She was not in office. My main question here is, Mr. Speaker, do we punish someone because of things done even before they got sworn in? 2 months down the line only, and so many things had been done. Is our conscience clear, Mr. Speaker, when we go to finish, to spoil, to destroy someone's career?
Has been passed by at least 1/3 of all the members of the Assembly. The Assembly shall within 7 days appoint a committee comprising 5 of its members to investigate the matter. So the third motion has met the threshold of having been supported by at least 1/3 of all the members of this Assembly.
Shifting gears, African states have been challenged to come up with specific laws and regulations to tackle cybercrime-related offenses within the continent. Experts have warned that the current laws in place are not clear enough, which has left internet users exposed to different dangers, with criminals going unpunished. Cyber psychologist David Mwepeng, speaking at the sidelines during the launch of the African Cybersmart Network in Nairobi, called for a collaborative effort for African states to tackle the emerging issues in the internet world.
The majority of countries in Africa have enacted laws to govern internet usage. You know, we have like cybercrime laws, we have data protection laws. But unfortunately, what we have observed is enforcement is a challenge in most of these countries, right? Why? Because I think when these laws were developed, there wasn't much attention paid to, you know, the fact that the internet evolves rapidly, technology evolves rapidly. So we have seen, like for instance in Botswana, police have come out to say they're struggling with classification of certain offenses. Like for instance, if you're going to have an offense, cyber stalking as an offense, right? And then somebody comes and reports, you know, that someone is stalking them. They have struggled with, you know, charging such perpetrators because, you know, you can easily, some of the classifications are very vague. You can't really take someone to court on the basis that they were harassing someone, because harassment can be subjective, right? So data privacy laws is the same thing. You'll find that these big tech companies, right, they do as they please in Africa. You know, they don't do as they please in Europe. Why? Because here, you know, our regulations are very weak. You know, Facebook can take data, Google can take data and use it as it pleases, but there is no action. So one of the things that we believe will really help us in Africa is if we do this collaboratively. You know, African governments need to demand accountability from these big tech companies.
Now let's head to the coastal region, where the national government, in collaboration with the Lamu County government and various agencies, has started a food distribution exercise for the disadvantaged in Lamu County. Lamu County Governor Issa Timami has praised the national government for collaborating with other agencies for supporting disadvantaged families in the county. Timami also pushed county farmers to start planting seeds distributed by the county government recently.
Tumefanya targeting ya 5,857 households ambayo ni 7 wards. So hapa sasa tunatagia wale ambao vulnerable, wale disabled, wale mama wajane, the orphans and the most poor households.
Kama mtu anajiweza, hakuna hoja uchukue chakula na unajiweza. Na ukishapata kama umepata kwa county government, wachie mwingine apate from Red Cross, from national government, from NDMA, or the well wishers. So ukishapata upande moja wachie wengine, so that kila mtu aweze kupata kidogo kidogo.
Kwa hivyo hiyo ni shukrani na pongezi pia kwa serikali yetu. Kusema ukweli, hali ya ukame katika kaunti ya Lamu, kuna maeneo mengine ambayo ukame umekuwa ni challenge kubwa kwa wakazi wetu wa maeneo hayo, na vile tumepeana hizo mbegu nyingi, kazi ni kwao sasa. Tufanyeni bidii. Mimi ninaamini Lamu ina potential ya kuzalisha chakula ambayo hata tutaweza kulisha Kenya nzima kutoka hii Lamu.
Now let us shift gears to matters politics, where Tongaren Member of Parliament John Chikati's bid to replace former Kiminini lawmaker Chris Wamalwa as Ford Kenya's Secretary General has received a boost after the party's Nairobi County leadership unanimously endorsed him. The endorsement by Nairobi leaders comes barely a week after the National Youth League wing, led by its president Chekai Musa, also backed Chikati. The seat fell vacant following the appointment of Chris Wamalwa as the Chief Administrative Secretary of Water and Sanitation.
Na namba ya pili ni kwamba sisi tunamsupport ama tuko nyuma ya Mheshimiwa Chikati, Mheshimiwa mbunge wa Tongaren, kuwa ndiye ateuliwe kuwa Secretary General wa chama. kwa sababu tumefanya consultation ya kutosha na tukaelewana kwamba sisi tuko nyuma yake. We are not aware kama kuna mwingine yote ambaye anaweza taka kuwa Secretary General, lakini sisi kama tawi la Nairobi wakati ambao tumeshauriana tumeamua kwamba we will support him.
To all other counties across the nation, we believe Honorable Chikati will be vibrant enough to reach out to the country and make Ford Kenya vibrant once again.
And that's why we want to get a Secretary General that will be a better idea, will be better than Mheshimiwa Chris. And secondly, we want to get an SG who is bold, who has a national look, who is inclusive, who appreciates the diversity and the democracy and the reforms and the brand of Ford Kenya.
It will not matter from where. It will not matter whether you have been the chama for many years or you have just come, lakini maadili tutie maanani kwamba huyu mtu awe very loyal, straight thinking, somebody who can reason.
Moving on, Bungoma County High School principals have urged Governor Kenneth Lusaka to support all students on the county's scholarship, citing that they will help government modernize children who benefit from education fund. Speaking at Lugulu Girls School led by Teremi School Principal Aliva Elfas, they say the move could affect many who receive the scholarship. The Bungoma County government has been struggling to pay fees due to the high number of students taken in the administration of former Governor Wycliffe Wangamati without budget.
There's a child who is on bursary, who is pushing to be on bursary for the governor to do what? To pay. Yet I was telling him, if you can get this money from me, pay fees for this child, for this child. If I was given an opportunity, I would air out that information and things would be sorted out. Then, as also principal, I also say this. Being in school is very difficult. I have 558 scholarship students. The Form 2 is where the problem was.
It is true that we have people who have capacity. Thank you, Principal Teremi, Madam, our host, Mr. Zero. To really look at some parents, and we are coming for your cooperation. That once you say this student, this parent is capable, I think it will be part of what we are being advised. The revetting we may now require your help. Please help us.
We were here to discuss matters concerning scholarship and bursary, which has been a thorny issue in this county, given that the number of students who are put on scholarship were way beyond our budget, and therefore the schools have really struggled to keep the students in school. And I really want to thank the principals for operating under very difficult circumstances. Out of our discussion, we realized that the county government owes the schools around 150 million. This is being harmonized. We are also going to try our level best to see how we can reduce.
Now, elsewhere, farmers in Gatondo North are up in arms over delayed distribution of maize seedlings. Farmers from Kagwamba, Ngorongo and Kaire village in Gatondo North are up in arms with Kiambu County government over delayed distribution of maize seedlings for 2023's planting season. The farmers took issues with Governor Kimani Wamatangi for moving to distribute the seedlings at a time when they are already weeding their germinated maize crops.
Naomba Governor Wamatangi awe akileta hiyo mahindi mbele kabla mvua ijaanza, ili tuwe ikitusaidia, kwa sababu hata tukiletewa wakati huu sasa tumeshapanda na nikupalilia, sasa inatusaidia aje, unaona? Kwa hivyo tufikirie, at least sisi wananchi tunateseka, wengine hawana kitu kwa mfuko hata ya kununua hiyo mahindi ya kupanda.
Sikupata mahindi, kwa hivyo na challenge hii mpango, kwa maana nilikuwa napewa fomu ya niende kijiji nijaze majina ya watu wale, mimi naakilisha nilete hapa ndio wapewa mahindi. Sasa wao wamekuja na wengine hawakuwa katika list na wamepata mahindi, na mimi mwenyewe hata mimi naona aibu sana kwa kuwa mimi nawakilisha hao na nimekuja na wale hakuwa wanaandikwa wamepata mahindi na mimi sijapata mahindi. Hata nashindwa naenda kuambia bibi namna gani?
Now let's shift gears and talk matters insecurity, where police in Nanyuki, Laikipia County have launched an investigation of a boda rider alleged to have been killed and his motorcycle stolen. While confirming the incident, Laikipia East Sub-County Commander John Tarus said the victim, identified as Yusuf Eddie Mohammed, was operating in Nanyuki town. According to Tarus, the motorcycle, which had a tracking system, showed the suspects had moved it to Segera location before they lost the signal. He, however, warned boda operators in Nanyuki to be cautious when ferrying unknown passengers to avoid such incidents in the future.
Asubuhi kama saa 12 hivi tulipata habari ya kwamba iko mtu ambaye suspected ameuawa pale along Rumuruti Highway, na askari walienda huko na establish a body was lying, and then ikapatikana ni mtu anaitwa Yusuf Eddie Mohammed, a boda which suspected it was killed, na boda yake ikaibiwa, na the following day tukatrack hiyo boda tukaona ilikuwa katika area ya Sekera. Nafikiri hawa wajangili walikundua, aka disconnect hiyo tracking system. Sasa pia hiyo tracking system ikapotea.
Yusuf ambaye aliuawa, tunafanyanga naye kazi ya usiku, so wakati huo ndio kisanga itokee, mimi nilienda nyumbani mapema. Nilipoenda nyumbani mapema nilimwacha hapa, lakini wale walikuwa na yeye wanasema alibeba jamaa mmoja kumpeleka kwenye alikuwa anapelekwa.
Watu sana ajihatari mambo ya kubeba watu ambao usiku ambaye haielewi ni nani, kwa sababu hawa ndio wenye ameua hiyo mtu. Walijifanya kama abiria ya kupelekwa mahali kama Juakali ama Kariunga, lakini on the way they turned na kaua hiyo mtu.
Elsewhere, police officers from Deya Sub-County in Kiambu County have urged area residents not to take the old metal they are picking up, as many of them have been identified as explosive and may cause serious harm to them. Deya Sub-County Police Commander Roslyn Miolmo noted that in less than a year, they have detonated 6 explosives, and they are suspecting there are many more in the area, for the area was used as a battlefield during the struggle for national independence. This even as area residents urge the government to deploy bomb experts so as to avert any future calamities.
Ile nilipata bomu nikipata kwa mlima, halafu nikaona bomu, nikaita polisi, wakakuja na expert na wakategua na wakalipua yote. Niliona hii bomu wakati nikiendea busi, nikipanda, kijana wangu akaona kitu, halafu kuona kitu akaniuliza hiyo ni nini. Mimi nikachukua, nikaangalia, nikaweka hapo, nikamwambia hiyo ni bomu. Ni mara yangu ya kwanza kuona, lakini nasikianga hata iko mabomu hapa area hii kwa wiki. Na ikiwa iko mabomu kwa wingi, kuna takio kuletwa mtu wa kufundisha watu vile watakaa na hiyo ama vile watategua hiyo bomu.
If they find that such device in those areas, please don't try to have it on your hands. It is very dangerous because you will lose your lives.
Moving on, a section of contractors from FAFI have come out in support of the Kenya Development Response to Displacement Impact project that are being undertaken in the area. Speaking to the press outside the KDRDIP offices, the contractors, who are led by Yusuf Hussein, say that the projects have hugely impacted positively to the lives of residents.
World Bank amesaidia, FAFI all amesaidia. Mimi sija apply group wala sijalete kijana yangu ambaye mimi nimesaa Yusuf Hussein, lakini mimi ni mzee ya miaka 74. Mimi nimeridhika, wale wanafanya ni watoto wa ndugu zangu wote. Huyu ni watoto wa ndugu yangu, wengine hata hao wasichana tunakubali wafanye.
Tunasema World Bank vile walikuwa wanahudumia FAFI,
Tunaomba waendelee vile walikuwa wanahudumia wananchi, iendelee kwa wananchi vile ilikuwa mambo ilikuwa yanaendelea, mambo itembelee vile tulikuwa tumesema. Ya mwisho, we have received the letter ambayo ilikuwa imeandikwa ya K. Dr. Deep. Interference, sunaona political interference in K. Dr. Deep. Fafi sub-county, ndio hiyo.
Kitu mingi sana, hata nimepitia njaa. Lakini 5 years ile nimepita, ile imenipita sahi. Hata sidhani kama itanipita mara nyingine. Watu wa Galmagala wametosheka pesa paka wakalala kwa nyumbani. Sisi tuko ready kufanya kazi na watu wa World Bank. World Bank wametusaidia na tumekubaliana na tunapendana pamoja paka saizi. Wale wengine wako na shida, wakawe na shida yao. Asitulete hapo kwa ofisi.
Elsewhere, Garissa Governor Nathif Jama lashed out at former county employees who have been demonstrating, accusing them of using an uncivilized way to be reinstated. The governor was referring to an incident on Tuesday where the demonstrators marched to the county headquarters and damaged the building by breaking windows and several county vehicles that were at the parking lot. Security had to be reinforced to stop more damages from the angry rioters who lit bonfires and who had already accessed entry into the compound after overwhelming the few officers who were manning the gate. They were finally dispersed by the police, who lobbed tear gas canisters.
Some goons, and I have no apology in using that word, came and destroyed a number of the windows and other property at the county headquarters offices. Because really, I'm told that they came claiming that they were demonstrating against the stoppage of their salaries. First of all, these people need to know that we are not a banana state. We are a country with systems and with ways of making grievances. Or rather acting against any inconveniences if that is what they were trying to do. The matter they are talking about is a matter in the court, and already a date has been set for the judge.
Now, over 40 MCAs of the County Assembly of Kitui have today said that they are supporting their Speaker, Honorable Kevin Kinengo Katisia, and dismissed the few who attempted to draft an impeachment motion but lacked the threshold for it to be tabled in the Assembly as agents of external forces that are meant to divide the Assembly. The leaders, led by Majority Leader Honorable Harrison Maluki and Minority Leader Honorable Alex Nganga, said that they are steady and committed to serve their electorates and do not have time to entertain what they term as evil plans that are meant to destabilize the Assembly. The intended motion received the backing of less than 10 MCAs, mostly nominated from the Wiper Party.
Fellow Kituians, ever since our County Assembly Speaker, Honorable Kevin Kinengo Katisia, assumed the office 6 months ago, there has been sustained opposition from external forces, and persons who are up to date never came to terms that Honorable Kevin Kinengo Katisia is our duly elected Speaker. The same forces have relentlessly worked towards dividing the House with the aim of destabilizing the Assembly. Today we stand here as an assembly to shame the evil forces and maintain our unit, which is meant to serve and deliver services and development interventions to the great people of Kitui as we promised during our campaigns.
Tutaitwa tukiwa kule nyumbani, na kama tutaitwa tuje tuichambue ndio watu wetu wapate kufanywa kazi. Tutakuja kama vile tulivyofanya mwezi wa kwanza